Good evening. We are glad to welcome everyone to this presentation on NEEW digital evolution. Apologies to those who listen to me directly, as I am in self-isolation because of COVID. When we were in Dubai, I talked to many leaders from different countries, and I realized that in my previous presentations, I missed some things which actually were not explained properly. I missed them. I thought that it is quite obvious, but actually I redesigned my presentation and I would like to make a new round. Without further ado, I will not introduce myself. You know me already, and if you still are not aware, I am the representative of the Top Leaders Council from Italy, project manager for NDE, Master Profi certified coach, the qualified host of the Genius of Finance. In addition to that, I may say that I am an invest consultant. I passed my exam in Dubai, and I am a graduate of our best course, educational course prepared by our company for all those who would like to become prof investors and invest consultants. Tonight, I am very happy to be with you, as I was in full isolation for over 10 minutes. And you know, I like it a lot that I have a possibility to talk to someone. And through this Zoom session, I will give you the NDE project, why it was established, and what problems it addresses, how it works, where we go, what instruments are needed, and what the company has already achieved, and what the Evorich network can do. And in addition to that, I will give you some examples of digital guarantees and their uses. So firstly, we will discuss everything in detail, and then the examples. I'd like to thank Fabio. He is my colleague, and he has prepared these slides, and hopefully the slides will be clear to you. So next slide, and let's discuss why NDE was established. What is the role of NDE Digital Guarantee? So this is a project of NEEW Digital Evolution company. That is a company that generates synergies between new technologies such as blockchain and smart contracts under the aegis of Evorich and the traditional economic world, offering a solution to the complex global economic and social crisis that actually aggravated after the pandemic started. Digital guarantees are insured by smart contracts, and the goal is not only to change and transform the financial paradigm upon the request for funding, but another objective is to change and transform the habits of people. Today, we do shopping, go shopping, enter into some details between individuals. And today, we lack trust between people because people are not confident that the person they are going to sign an agreement or to have a transaction will continue its operation, will be a credible and solvent payer, and will be able to meet the obligations. Well, here you may read which problems we are going to address by digital guarantees. This is a stepwise tool to keep this society aware and to help them resolve the following society and economy related issues. There are three elements. They are very important. First of all, a risk of non-payments in trade, as each company has its own customers. And since these customers are not serious enough, or because of the circumstances, they have to not to pay for their liabilities. And this is the reason why we lack this calmness, and credit institutions rejects the requests for loans. And this is the reason why our goal is to calm down financial institutions and give them a possibility to operate in a habitual way. And these refusals to access to credits will be reduced, is expected to be reduced substantially. Another problem both entrepreneurs and individuals have is lack of knowledge on digital evolution of the economy and finance, or decentralization, tokens, cryptocurrencies. And the first step is to provide educational training courses for both individuals and entrepreneurs to work in a different way in this new world. And while reading through different blogs or websites, we see that the digital world, the world of cryptocurrencies, is advancing, and it gets more and more dominant on the market. And 6-7 years after, there will be no paper money, but some payment systems and technologies, new methods of payment will be well developed. And here, let's compare the requirements of traditional financial institutions for you to get some funding from them. Generally, they request for some referrals, and it does not only apply to loans. And in our project, we will not use conventional requirements. In our project, we don't consider your credit history. Next slide, please. And you see that the personal or business history is not taken into account on credit assessment databases, even for a bad customer. If you have some non-paid liabilities, digital guarantees apply a different approach. And the documents which quite often we have to fill out to prove our sources of income, this is income declaration, or it could be a statement on your income that is requested to be submitted to the banks or other financial institutions. Our digital guarantees, unlike banks, don't request these, and the salaries or wages earned are not taken into consideration to prove your solvency. For us, it is enough what you see in this slide. In this slide, you see that digital guarantees take into account exclusively the following: your possession of tokens and the history of possession of these tokens. So the history we are interested is the history of your holding or possession of 4 types of tokens. And an individual or a company wishing to benefit from smart contracts by using 4 types of our tokens, we will see whether he or she has the relevant percentage of tokens, number of tokens, to be able to cover the amount under the smart contract. In addition to that, we may double check the history and listing of tokens on the coin market cap. Quite soon we will be there with our first 2 tokens, and therefore businesses, entrepreneurs, banks, and financial institutions would be able to see us on this renowned cryptocurrency portal. Next slide, please. And what is the basis and why is the digital guarantee a reliable token? Security token, WCRU security token, is a digitalized share with tangible assets, which provides for receiving bonuses and dividends related to our global portfolio. So basic assets which are secured by the global investment portfolio, composed of many projects, and on the market and on business market as such, the situation is quite troublesome. Therefore, many of our projects are in the situation of standby regime. So they are in standby, but in future, we will secure the payment of bonuses and dividends generated through our global investment portfolio. I cannot say that the performance is brilliant today, but if you look at this slide, you will see that the companies that are in the right-hand circle represent different economic sectors. Therefore, when the crisis stops, we will be fully ready to enter the market and different market sectors, including the sector of digital technologies and real economic sectors. Therefore, digital guarantees are a product that will be of high interest to many companies, businesses, and businesses will be interested in benefiting from the power of our community continuously growing, and the community that actually includes a lot of potential customers. And this ecosystem, our ecosystem, will give them a possibility not only to benefit from bonuses and dividends of the global investment portfolio and to rely on a large community, but to ensure the reliability and the solvency and the well-being of the companies that will cooperate with our community. This is another important thing to consider. This is our token that is an active token, since on the market we do not only consider the price, the growing price of the token itself, but we can also stake our tokens, which means that for some time, the specific number of tokens will be frozen to secure an increase in its price, and all those months, years, or days the tokens are staked, they generate some additional income or interest that is specified by the company. And even if this interest or percentage is not as high as many people would like it to see, but this is a continuous income, even daily or instant income that is accrued to your account. And those tokens that are already unfrozen, you may dispose of them upon your discretion, whereas those that are still frozen could actually be staked for UNTB to mine a new type of tokens. And again, they help you to get access to our smart contracts, including provision of a possibility to be freer in your expenditures, in your spending, and those tokens staked to mine additional extra income will help you pay for your rental, and this way guarantee your additional security and safety. Like for those people who will be the payers and those who those who are the PEs and the payment beneficiaries. Next slide, please. The services you may use. Here, we enumerated only a few of them. This list is not exhaustive, as one slide is not enough to give you a full list, but anyway, you must understand and realize that by using these digital guarantees, you can make payments for various utilities. You may pay for the rental of cars, machineries, machines, or fixed assets. You may rent property, including residential and non-residential. You may use your tokens as a guarantee for the purchase and buying of goods and services, and for getting loans, mortgages, subsidies, and guarantees in favor of third parties. In addition to that, as I've said before, through staking, you will generate extra income, and therefore it will be easier for you to make your monthly payments, different payments, such as utilities, rent, and etc. Therefore, don't treat this tool only as the tool required to get loans. No. This is a tool required to improve your daily life. In any type of activities you are involved. And here you see what is offered, what digital guarantees offer to our community. NDE offers to all the community training in digital technologies. You see M, A, B, C, D, E licenses. They are correlated with the training courses. M and A are the training courses for private individuals, whereas B, C, D, E are for legal entities, businesses. So businesses could be of different forms, including self-employed entrepreneurs or large holding. And in addition to that, we offer instruments to create an automatic guarantee on blockchain smart contract between individuals and companies with banks and financial institutions. which means that these are all those groups of people operating in any sector, and each of you will be able to find the group you belong to and take use of these services. There is only one condition to benefit from these products. We want those people to work with us, to be conscientious users of our products, for people to understand what they do and understand the service we provide and the tool we offer. And it applies not only to private individuals, but companies, financial institutions, all those businesses and people that will be in our ecosystem. Next slide, please. And now you see a print screen of the screen and the menus you will find in your screen if you go to our website and try to sign a smart contract that provides for the guarantee. It will be quite easy, and you can do it remotely. And you may stay at home and use your phone to enter into a smart contract to buy and supply some goods or services. You will see such a screen. So this is the screen when you are in negotiations with your supplier, with your vendor, and if everything is fine, then almost in several minutes you can sign this smart contract. And when all the terms and conditions you agree with them, then you will instantly see those terms and conditions, and you use your digital signature to sign the smart contract, and it starts in and it is in effect. You don't need long waiting. You don't need any approvals and endorsements. Hopefully it's all clear. So next slide, please. And now I'd like to show you where we go. Let's review our action plan. If you read this slide, and I now address our newbies, those who haven't heard this presentation before, and here we talk about 50% of the community. The entire community is presumably 900,000 people, all those people with their wallets on our blockchain. So they are holders of one or several types of tokens. And we hope that by the end of this year, we will have 450,000 users with the licenses. So our goal is 50% of the number of crypto wallets, and by 2030, we hope that there will be 10 million of using companies that are users. We will be able to secure trading between companies, and these companies will run their business, sign smart contracts, and offer their services and goods to private individuals. Assume that I am an entrepreneur and I'd like to advertise my goods and services to my clients, to my customers. They may not pay to me right now, and I don't have reliable customers anymore, and my vendor, my supplier, requests for some guarantees. I go to a bank, but the bank does not trust me because I'm not fully solvent. Then I cannot guarantee my vendor, who has been working with me for many years, that I could be able to make a payment for all those commodities or materials he's going to supply. And under the terms and conditions of digital guarantees, I could use my tokens I hold as a security, as a collateral. And then my supplier will be certain that in case the payment is outstanding and the payment is not effected timely, then he will be used to resort to my frozen tokens and compensate for the payment to be due for the supplies, for the materials to be supplied. And in a similar case, we can buy anything for our home, for instance, furniture or anything else. And in addition to that, you know that financial institutions generally quite ego-centered. When they deal with their customers, they request for a huge package of documents to be submitted. But so far, we have had negotiations with financial institutions, and the requirements they set is tokens to be traded in 2-3 first-class exchanges, to be listed on CoinMarketCap. And in addition to that, we must ensure 3 months active market, so that the banks see that this product is of interest to many people. And for this, we need at least 15,000 customers in each country. Of course, we don't plan to cooperate with all the global banks, but we selected quite large banks in different countries, and they were the terms and conditions specified, set out by these banks, operational in different countries at different levels. Therefore, I believe you understand why we would like to achieve this figure of 450,000 users. We hope that we can do it quite quickly, as they are the users of our ecosystem already. They are the people who already use our wallets, our tokens. Therefore, we believe that 15,000 users in each country is a very realistic figure. And we hope that each of you would like to increase the value of the tokens you hold. And therefore, I address our newcomers, and you may notice, and I'd like to say it here and in my next slides, that this is the moment. By the way, please change this slide, let's move on. And now, quite an interesting moment for you to benefit from our offer. But before that, let's discuss the tools we offer. Next slide, please. And like I said before, we provide some webinars like the one today. There are video presentations that could be used in our social media. So we have 2 websites where you may read the latest news. You may find the answers to your most frequently asked questions. You may get a remote education. One of the websites is the website of Digital Guarantees, and the second website is the website of A.L.IM Association. We will come back to it. So we offer trainings for a digital seller. And who is a digital seller? A digital seller is the one who enters into contracts. And to be able to be a professional in our project, we prepared a digitalized or an electronic course composed of lectures available in your language convenient at any time convenient for you in 12 languages, and the voiceover is done by artificial intelligence so that each of you can get better understanding of this product and then may propose this product and our training courses for licenses A, B, C, D, E to other companies or private individuals. And as soon as your back office on NDE website gets a relevant link to your access to the training course, you may replay it as many times as needed. And after that, if you are a representative of the company, you take a short test. If you are a private individual, it's not required. But in any case, you will understand what we do and how this innovative product works. In addition to that, actually, we also offer a platform for smart contracts on the crypto unit blockchain with a three-factor authentication, so that to be sure that the contracts could not be counterfeited, and the contracts ensure the liabilities and obligations meeting by both the parties, and there are different parties that could be included into the smart contracts. In addition to that, at present, currently, we are running a good promotion, and this is the reason why I said that today is a very good time to benefit from this offer and this promotion, and you will get the chance. So it will be available to the first 1 million companies. Promo 90 and promo 200 are different because promo 90 offers 90% discount for all, and to get an access code to our registry, whereas promo 200 gives you a possibility to benefit from another 90% discount for your training courses, but you will have an additional discount for access code to the registry. As today, many companies face a lot of challenges, and therefore we decided to give them a possibility to get more services by paying less.
And now we would like to tell you a little bit about what we have done so far, what we have prepared so far. So first, let's talk about training. It's the preparation of 10 sample slides available in 12 languages. You will see the course 0. And course 0 means exactly 10 sample demo slides in 12 languages, where in a couple of minutes, you will know what digital guarantees as a service mean. And you can use those slides as your instrument to work with companies, to offer this instrument to new users. Maybe you are not fully knowledgeable about the point of the product digital guarantees, so those slides will be useful both to you and your prospects. Course or license M is available in 9 languages, and license A course is available in 6 languages. We are about to finish translating all those courses into 12 languages for all our language groups, and the digital seller course right now is available in 4 languages: Italian, Russian, Spanish, and English, because it is from those language groups that we have most partners who showed their interest in the digital seller course. Very soon we will add one more language, Hindi. and you can see the smart contract as of progress as of October 28th. You can see design 100%, graphics 100%, realization 80%. We're doing the final tests, and then we will synchronize it with our blockchain. So as for stage 3, we are going to have the 100% realization from the 15th to the 20th of November. And we have 12 different or 15 different smart contracts in different areas. So we are, again, synchronizing them, and our programmers, NDE programmers, are in constant contact with the blockchain programmers. And let's go to the next slide. And let's take a look at different kinds of licenses. And we can start from private individuals. And you might ask me, so what's the difference between license M and license A for private individuals? And I will show you the difference. And also the cost of those licenses. License M costs just 100 units, $100, and can be used in our community to rent, lease, or purchase goods and services from the supplier company, and also rent properties between individuals. In other words, we're talking about activities that require no mediation from the financial institutions. In other words, if I want to be part of that community and work directly with physical private individuals or suppliers, it will be sufficient for me to buy license M. Let's move on. And here we can see the license A for private individuals. So what is it? It's a license that costs a little bit more, $400. And here you can apply for a loan from the bank or a financial institution for more important economic transactions, such as car purchase, house purchase, furniture purchase, a wedding, or purchasing even a boat, etc. So you're not working directly with the company or a private individual, but here you have access to financial institutions and their products and services. And here you can use tokens as collateral to be lent to third parties, like your friends, relatives, acquaintances. It's like an option of being a guarantor for a third party in a transaction. And in order to act as a guarantor, then you need to have a license A, and you can use the promo code digital right now to get a discount. If you click on the button purchase, you will see like a square and like this box, and you add the promo code digital, and you can get a discount, which is available, which will be valid for a couple of days. So let me repeat, there is a discount on license A. And now let's talk about the professional or professions that are required to be working within this project. So the first profession is signaler, or sometimes we call it promoter. For that, you need to have a license A, and it is welcome if you got trained in the digital seller course. But in this case, you don't have to take an exam. But digital seller course is welcome. Whereas the digital seller has to have the license A, plus they need to complete the course and pass the test for the digital seller in order to have access to different users. And you need to score at least 60% for us to understand that you are qualified, trained enough as a professional. And the more you know the project, the wider the coverage of companies that you work with can be. For example, those who score 70 or 80% in the test can work with limited liability companies. Those that score up to 90% can work with joint stock companies. And for you to work with holdings, you need to score from 90 to 100% at your exam. So be careful. Those training packages and the final exam need to be taken and passed by all those who plan to actively participate in the project. And we will give you the opportunity to become a licensed professional working on the international level. And in here, before we move on to the professional figures in our project, we would like to show you some of our courses of digital sellers. We started this course first offline in Italy, but then because of the pandemic, we had to move completely online. And you can see this course in here for the digital seller that costs 250 units. And right now we have a promotion called Promo 90. And let me show you what you get as a gift, because that's the right word for it, gift. And you can see that what you can you get if you use the promo 90, you get a 90% discount, and instead of paying $250, you pay just 25 units, which is quite a symbolic price. How can you use that discount in your back office? It will be in your language, by the way. Currently, the slides are in Italian, but don't worry. You have it in your language as well in the back office. So in the box for the promotional code, you need to insert promo 90, and you will see the discounted price. And as soon as you carry out the payment, several days later, you will receive the link to the course, to access the course. So this is what you're going to see on your screen. You will have to click on the button Apply, which is Applica in Italian. And I don't think you will miss it or make a mistake. Don't worry. Let's go to the next slide, please. And you can see the already discounted price. Instead of 250, you will see 25 units. And I get this wonderful product with a 90% discount, which is a great gift. You can't call it any other way. And for that, you need to be a VIP club member. You can use that discount only if you are a VIP club member. And also, please remember, when people paid VIP club subscription fee, we told you that only VIP club members will be able to use special discounts. And now we have this a promotion for VIP club members. And now let's take a look at what A.L.IM is. So in the very beginning of our presentation, we already saw that abbreviation. So for all our digital consultants and professionals, such as digital sellers, signalers, and promoters, we use the services of the Free Entrepreneurs Association, A.L.IM. It's the association of employers that works with both small and medium-sized businesses and large companies. The associates, companies, professionals, and entrepreneurs have a team of technicians and consultants at their disposal to make up the branches of association. We already work with A.L.IM in Italy, and in many countries we have already our representatives, and we are planning to open offices of the association A.L.IM in order for us to be able to work in all the cities to ensure that our project is operational in all the cities and to be able to provide support and consultations to all of our members. Members of the association will be able to seek administrative, fiscal, and legal support. Also, they will be offering advice on training on safety and prevention, health and hygiene and the environment and quality, as well as services of access to crediting. We will be providing full coverage of the entire consulting services sector. And all those people that will work with us will be qualified, trained, they will have to take an exam, and only then they can be considered professionals whose qualification will be approved at the international level. After we achieve a certain target number of members in each country. And for that, we need the support of the association A.L.IM, and we already entered into an agreement on cooperation. A.L.IM will be helping us with the recognition of the profession called digital consultant. We, on our side, will be providing remote digital training and digital services instruments. Additionally, A.L.IM will be developing microcrediting in each country where we have 15,000 participants. And as soon as we have 15,000 users, A.L.IM will start accepting applications for microcrediting. And when the digital consultant profession is recognized at the international level, we will create a pension fund for our employees, because we know that not all countries have pension funds, paying pensions. And this pension fund will be designed to ensure secure future or secure senior years for people who will be participating in our project. Therefore, please analyze how profitable or gainful it is for you. And now let's talk about what the Pomo 90 for companies is, why we decided to give the chance to companies to buy our courses and all of our services with such a huge discount. Of course, we are interested in the expansion of our ecosystem, and the more participants we have, the more services we will be able to use. So we would like to facilitate companies' entry into the digital guarantees system by providing an initial discount of 90% to the NDE education to scale down over time, like 90, 80, 70%, and so on. And you will be able to receive tokens and use saved money to purchase tokens. And also you will be able to build your history of your digital rating. And companies will not only receive digital guarantees, but also when the number of their clients increases, the companies themselves will be applying for digital guarantees in order to be able to enter into smart contracts with their own suppliers. And that's why, thanks to their tokens that they will be buying, they will be able to have access to smart contracts. I would like also to draw your attention to one important thing. For companies, the costs incurred for the purchase of training are tax deductible. So you can attribute those costs to your expenditures. So this is quite a good argument for purchasing our course. And also, we've created a company that now monitors all the banks appearing at the European level and also at the global level too. As soon as we see that some new opportunities appear of having discounted access to funding, we will be informing you right away. And those discounts will vary in different countries because, of course, our companies will work both at the international national level as well, and will make sure that the project participants have the best conditions. And now let's talk about the three main elements that Pomo 90 is based on. First of all, we are providing training on finance and digital technologies. You can buy the course right now on the NDE website. Thanks to our huge discount, you can use the direct link from the API back office, and you can click on this link and go to the back office of NDE right away and purchase there this training course. All those things that you see on the screen after you click the button will be shown on our slides as well. Then the API qualified investor training. This is yet another very important step. The course must be purchased within 60 days after purchasing the NDE training course, license B, C, D, and E at a discounted price with the use of the promo code obtained in the NDE back office. So first, what I do is I register in Evorich. If I haven't done so yet, I can register as a private individual or a legal entity. Then I immediately go to the API back office and purchase the license that I need, depending on what I am, a private individual or a legal entity. After that, the system redirects me to the NDE back office, and there I have 4 options that we will look into later, and I have a chance of getting a 90% discount. After that, I have a chance of the opportunity of choosing the discount on the qualified investor course that I want to use. And there is a third very important opportunity that I get by purchasing the course is reservation of WCRU security tokens within 60 days of the purchase of the NDE training in the UG Pay back office at the current price of $1 US dollar. And those tokens and money will be kept at the escrow account. And when the sale is resumed in February 2022, you will be able to buy those tokens at the reserved price, reserved by you or by your employees, at $1 US dollar. And by then, as you know, WCRU tokens will be sold at a way higher price. And people who reserve those tokens right now will be able to enjoy the price of $1. And I wanted to show this to you, what you will see in your back office, API back office. Here I will be clicking on the promo 90. I click on the button and I go to this back office that you can see on the right. You see you have 4 green squares with ID in them. Let's change the slides and see what it is or what they are. And now you see that the part that was on the right is now on the left. And you can see that the price for each training course, B, C, D, E, with the included registration code will be the price will be increased when a certain target is achieved. At first, we wanted to offer a 90% discount until the end of the month, but then we decided to link it to the number of companies that will be working with us. And especially those of you who have been working with us for quite some time, you know that we usually have stages in the development of projects or prices. And that's why we're offering 90% discount at the first stage of the sale of NDE Digital Trainings. 90% discount will be offered to the first 25,000 companies. And now I'm asking you, go and search for companies. This is the best time to enter to join this project. And the more companies we have, the more services we have, then the sooner we can start using digital guarantees. And now let's change the slides. And let's see at some of the details. When you make your choice, you see it says here like select or choose, and you will see this screen that you see on the right. The select button is the green button on the left. And then you can choose a higher category level or category training compared to the training that is obligatory for my type of company. I can choose B, C, D, or E, and depending on what I choose, you will immediately see the pre-established discounted price. And all you'll have to do is just make the payment. And those are the courses that you will see in the API back office. Those are the courses for the professional investors, Profi Investor category 1, 2, and 3, with at the prices reserved for promo 90 NDE. So I repeat, we have Profi Investor category 3, 2, 1, and Invest Consultant. And why is it important? Because when I want to invest into WCRU security tokens in February, only if you have graduated from one of these courses, you will be able to do so. So how do I understand which of the courses suits me best? You see, every course has its own maximum amount of investments. For example, category 3 will allow you to invest a total of 10,000 US dollars, whereas category 1 allows you to invest $1 million, whereas Invest Consultant gets the maximum investment amount, no limits whatsoever. Again, it's all about making an informed choice. So if I want to do investing, I need to know what I'm doing. I need to understand how this whole system works. And of course, we need to choose those markets that fit my purposes best. Everything that we're doing within the digital guarantees and Evorich is aimed at our students in the long term becoming or being able to achieve their financial well-being. And we're not really talking about access to loans here because it would be too easy. And this is not the mission of our company. We want to teach people how to maintain their income level high enough to ensure financial well-being and happy life. So here we can see that you get the chance to reserve WCRU security tokens at the current price. So depending on the license, you are required to reserve a minimum amount of WCRU tokens. License B requires you to reserve at least 750 units or tokens because it will cost you $1, but nobody prevents you from reserving more. For example, for license C, the minimum amount is 1,500. For license D, it's 3,500, and for license E, it's 6,500. So before our promotion, you would have spent the same amount only for education, and you wouldn't be able to take the course of the Invest Consultant or Profi Investor, and you wouldn't get the chance of reserving the price of the World CRU, WCRU, at the current level. So the discount is really huge. It's even the discount, the saved amount is even more than the minimum investment amount. So let's see what were the prices in the past and what prices can be thanks to the promo 90. You can see that the standard price for license B used to be $2,500. Now we are asking you to pay it in euros, and it's 220 euros in the European back offices, and in other back offices it might be $250. And here you get 60 lectures prepared by real professionals with university degrees in different areas of activity, and who have huge experience of working in financial institutions. Also, you get the chance to reserve the price of or to lock the price of the WCRUs. Then license C costs 440 euros, license D 1,090, and so on. And let's take a look at the standard price for registry codes. Whereas previously, those registry codes cost $2,500 for all categories. Right now, we have reduced that price considerably, and all those people who participated in our webinars have already seen what kind of prices will be before the launch of the NDE back office and what the prices will be after the launch of the NDE back office. And you can see that there will be some compensations for digital sellers as well. So everything that you saw in the past has commissions within the digital guarantee project. And the new company that will be registering, thanks to the information passed on by our signaler, our informer, promoter, and the informer will be receiving 7% commission, whereas digital seller is a person who can conclude contracts within their own structure, but not only. So here you can see how much a digital seller will get thanks to the sold registry code. From 500 euros, a digital seller's remuneration is 150 euros, and so on down the list. So your earnings will be continuously growing. I'm sorry for not being able to make it in 1 hour because I enjoy talking, but this is the last slide. Just a minute of your time.
And here is an example of rental of real estate by using a digital guarantee. You can snap this slide to show your prospects. I am the holder of private or corporate token. I buy a license to create my own digital rating. I stake my tokens I hold to earn more. I rent a residential apartment or any other premise for my production, for my business, and use a part of my tokens as a collateral. And those tokens staked earn some tokens, and I may use them to buy for my rental. Another example of buying a car. I am a private individual or a company holding tokens. So to buy a new car, actually, I buy a new car and it's quite brandy, but 10 years after, it is malfunctioning, so I generally take it to the car service station and my car costs almost nothing. I can only sell it on second-hand market. I have no tokens, I have no savings. So, and now let's have a look what may happen if I have my tokens staked and I use a car by using a digital guarantee. I hold my tokens, I got my license, I signed a smart contract, and by using my tokens as a guarantee, as a collateral, I have and drive my car, but I don't possess it, so I rent it, and therefore I can actually enter into new rental agreements every 6, 12, or 24 months. My capital is not lost. My tokens are staked. All these tokens are in my ownership. And every time the value of tokens increases and I earn extra income, I don't bear any maintenance costs, and my capital increases over time. And over this entire period of 10 years, I have been using many newly branded cars. In case of a mortgage, for instance, I am a young person who would like to buy an apartment or a flat or a house. What does the bank ask? First of all, a credit rating, then the time-free employment contract, and I submit all these documents to get my mortgage loan and to be granted a loan. Quite generally, they ask to find and provide third-party guarantors, and my documents, my application is under consideration for many months. And actually, after the loan is provided, I could not be sure that this house is mine, as everything may happen. You know, people today lose jobs, and I may fail to pay back my loan, and therefore the flat that has been paid for in part eventually may be transferred into the ownership of the bank because of my outstanding payments. But in case I use the guarantee, so digital guarantees, I have my tokens, I have license A, I stake my tokens in my possession, and I don't need to work 5-6 years in some workplace. So the rating will be enough for me to be there for 1 year, and then I have an access to smart contracts, and this way I stake my tokens and the bank provides a mortgage to me by using my tokens as a collateral. Why? Because these tokens are more liquid and the bank is more interested in having my tokens as a collateral, liquid collateral, rather than having a real estate, a house or an apartment as a collateral, as it is not quite liquid. And therefore, the bank is interested in this. My tokens increase in value and gradually they are unfrozen. And in addition to that, I earn dividends to use to pay for my paybacks to the bank under my mortgage program. And you see, it's quite simple. You can easily explain it to anyone how it will work. Hopefully this time it was clearer and more straightforward. If I still failed to explain something and there are some questions, we will meet again and I will try to provide a more detailed explanation. Well, the last slide of my today's presentation. If you like the project, then join us and start acting. So I actually address our newbies and our grandfathers. So if you haven't joined us yet, you still have some time. And hopefully you will take advantage of this webinar. You may replay it. So please sign up with NDE project and you will be able to use your demo slides. Thank you for your attention and see you at my next follow-up webinars.